Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy again with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to redo the twin flame messages that I did a couple of days ago and the audio didn't work. And I'm sure energy has shifted since then because Saturn has gone retrograde. We've got like 4 different retrogrades happening, and then I believe Mercury's going to be going retrograde before too long. So Saturn went retrograde, Venus was retrograde, Jupiter, and what's the other one? I can't remember. You guys, if you know, put it in the description box below, okay? I'm just playing with the cards here because I'm going to do, let's go back to the bridge. We haven't done the bridge to union in a while. And so I want to look at, and let me just lay them out. All right, dear Mother, Father, God, please surround me in the white light of love and protection. Cast my ego to the outside. Make me a clear channel for spirit. I call in all the angels and ascended masters and ancient ancestors and all of our light workers disembodied. We ask that it be, and so it is. All right, so Spirit, we would like to know, what is the masculine thoughts, feminine's thoughts, masculine's heart space, feminine's heart space, masculine's home environment, feminine's home environment, masculine's inspired action, feminine's inspired action. All right. Shared. We're going to do bottom of the deck before I even look as the shared energy. Look at that. We have the Chariot, guys. Charging ahead. See, this is not the message that I was getting last time. Now, I've got the Witch's Tarot. I've got Mystic Moon Oracle's Twin Flame Journey Tarot. I will use these to clarify if we need it. And I brought out just some fun oracles to get a look at things, okay? So where is the masculine in his head space? 3 of Swords, guys. Heartache. 3 of Swords, heartache. Where's the feminine? Oh, King of Wands. Visionary leader. Yeah, the queen, the divine feminine has been in her masculine energy, just so you know. I mean, at least for the readings I've been doing. You ladies are ready. You're lit up, fired up, ready to go, inspired. You've got this feeling, and it's probably from Venus going retrograde. You've got this feeling of urgency about you, okay? And the masculine is dealing with some kind of a pain. We will clarify, okay? In his heart space, the Fool. He absolutely is ready to take that leap of faith. Activation. And you know, that's funny because, like, this is exactly what I've been picking up intuitively is that the masculines, I read for a lot of twins, okay? And I am a twin. And masculines have been a little bit out of bounds. Out of bounds. And so I believe Mercury is out of bounds. I'm not an astrologer. But anyhow, I get this feeling around it. Like the masculines kind of fell off the grid, right? They've been quiet. They've been contemplative. And there's a lot going on. And it feels to me like the feminines have been in the dark. Like they don't know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, which is what we're working on today. And the feminines are just fired up, charged up, ready to go. So what's in her heart space? 9 of Swords, self-sabotage and nightmares. This is also blocked energy, you know. The 9 of Swords it's the opposite of faith, right? When you have faith, you don't worry. When you have faith, you don't worry. When you have faith, you don't have sleepless nights. You don't self-sabotage. You don't worry. So the feminines are worried, and that's blocked energy in her heart space. So let's take a look at the home environment for the masculine. We have the death card, transition, and that's exactly what I think's going on. Is I think that the masculine's world is being disrupted. You know, if they were in a karmic relationship or situationship, it doesn't always have to be a relationship, but whatever it is, there are old karmic lessons and cycles that are being stripped away. Remember how we talked about the full moon in Scorpio, how it was about if there was anything you were clinging to that was dead and gone, or should be dead and gone, or you've already learned your lesson from it, then it might be taken from your hands, you know, your grubby little fingers. It might be taken away from you. And so the masculines are going through some sort of an ending, a transition. In this deck it's called transition, but we know that death just brings about new life. Something that ends always makes room for something new to begin. So there's something ending in the masculine's life, and it's got him in his heart space wanting to start over again, wanting to start fresh, right? Something may have ended, and now he's ready to transmute that energy and move forward into something better, right? And of course, we're doing twin flames, so it's going to include the divine feminine. So what is going on in her home life? We've got the Five of Cups. She's looking at the past. She's stressed. She's confused. She's worrying. She's, you know, kind of having a little bit of a pity party is what I'm hearing. So it's like she's just looking at all the things that aren't working instead of what is. So she needs to move into gratitude, right? She feels very impatient to me. She feels hurt. She feels like she's looking at all her old wounds that she thought she had completely cleared out. You know, and at least I thought I had. But no, I don't think we're ever at the end, right? Of clearing things out. But for whatever reason, she's been triggered recently. She's worried, she's closed off, she's got some energy blocks in her heart, she's impatient, and she's sad about the way things could have, should have, would have, might have been, right? But don't forget, their shared energy is charging ahead. Under that is the Knight of Swords, which in this deck is decisive action, right? So I really feel like this is going to balance itself out. So let's take a look at inspired action. Masculine has Two of Cups, divine partnership in his inspired action. So yeah, something had to come to an end in his home environment for him to even be able to embrace in his heart space this full energy, right? Something was very painful on his mind. That Three of Swords, heartache. You know, Three of Swords can be, doesn't have to be, third-party situation. Okay, and what is the feminine's inspired action? Strength and restraint. Yeah, literally, guys, this came up in the video that I made that didn't have the audio. This, the strength card in this deck, look at it. It says restraint. And this lion looks trapped, restless, angry, resentful. That's what I'm feeling. Feminines, your next inspired action is you need to get on top of your energy. Your energy is not vibrating in a high vibe. Something's triggered you. I feel it. Something has triggered you. With the King of Wands being on your mind, it could be, you know, you're masculine too. Maybe you're dealing with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't, because we have everything here. We have fire. The only thing we don't have yet is Pentacles. All right, so just to recap, this looks like you ladies, even though it's a masculine energy, it's like you guys just, you feel a little pissed. Resentful, not angry, resentful. It's like you want something, you expect something, and it's not showing up. And I'm already hearing the cards over here are going to say something about divine timing, because isn't that just always the way it goes? So, Spirit, can you give me clarity? Clarity on the Three of Swords. I'm going to do 3 shuffles. Ooh. Why do I keep dropping everything on the floor? I was cleaning house as much as you can clean house when you've got quarantined cats that are in heat. I've got covers on all my furniture. TMI, Tracy, right? TMI. All right, 3 shuffles, Spirit, to clarify the 3 of Swords. 3 shuffles. 2. 3. All right. Clarify the 3 of Swords, please, for the masculine. Yeah. 10 of Wands in the upright. So he's feeling very burdened about possibly a third-party situation or just general sadness in his heart. It's been such a burden for him. And I'm feeling like he misses the feminine, or he's missing something. It feels heavy to me. Of course, with the burdens, 10 of Wands, but he's getting there. Look at all the new growth on these wands. So I feel like he's about to put those burdens down, because in his heart space, he's got this desire for a new beginning. So let's clarify the Fool card, please, Spirit. Clarify the Fool card for the Divine Masculine's heart space. Clarify the Fool card for Divine Masculine's heart space. Thank you. Wow. So look at this, guys. Woo, woo, woo. We've got the Ace of Cups. We have the 8 of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. I can't make it up, guys. And they all fell out in the upright. So he wants a brand new beginning in love. He wants to communicate. He possibly wants to tell you that you're his wish fulfillment. Or, a lot of times the Ace of Cups is self-love too. And I like that there's the Ace of Cups with the 9 of Cups. 9 and 1 equals 10, which is fulfillment. So I feel like for the masculine in his heart space, the feminine has always been his wish fulfillment. But he needed some self-love. He needed to fill his own cup before he was ready to come forward for this new beginning and communicate. So if you girls out there, and remember, it's an energy. It doesn't matter what your avatar is, but the divine feminine energies out there, this is his desire. He wants a brand new beginning in love. He wants to communicate about wish fulfillment. So if you haven't heard from your masculine, I have a feeling it's coming, right? All right. Some of you, I'm hearing Spirit say, some of you have already heard from him. All right, so in their home space, why is the Death card here? So we got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Can I get more, Spirit? Why is the Death card here in the home space for the masculine? Why is the Death card and the Ace of Wands in reverse here for masculine's home space? 9 of Wands. See that? 9 and 1. Both in the reverse, guys. That equals that 10 of Wands that's up there. He's letting it go. He can't make it work. Whatever's going on in his home space. Now, everybody's story is going to be different, but whatever he has going on in his home space, he can't make it work. He's letting it go, right? He's giving up. And then we have, ooh, Seven of Swords in the reverse too. That's really, really good. That's like behaviors that he's changing. And for some of the masculines, I'm sure it's not all of them, but for some of them, Ace of Wands is that sex drive. It's that, so for some of you, he might have in the past been more about the physical connection than the spiritual or emotional, right? And with the Seven of Swords in reverse, he's dropping that behavior, or he's healing from that behavior, or he's letting it go, right? This is my guarded and not giving up to unguarded and letting it go. And what is he letting go? He might be letting go of player mentality, everything's just for the fun of the sex. Everybody's story is going to be different. Apply it to you. But these are in reverse, and this is what's in the upright. So in the home space, there was some kind of a commitment, a committed relationship, or it could be finances too. For some of them, they needed to get their finances under control. It was part of what they wanted. Right? Look, we've got loyalty with the dog. We've got family with the grandfather and the baby, the mother and father in the back. There was just some stuff in the home space that had to end. It had to end, and it's going to be different for each of you, Some of you, it's a committed relationship. It's a marriage. It was money. It could be job, pentacles. But there was something that had to die and end. And it looks to me like he couldn't make it work. Whatever it was, he couldn't make it work. So he's letting it go. Letting it go. And it's like, I can't lie to myself anymore about this. I just can't. It's like he's come to the realization. All right, and so why is the Two of Cups here in his next inspired action? We got the Magician in the upright. Bada bing. Guys, his energy is raring up. With that Chariot on the bottom and that Knight of Swords. Inspired action. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to take these like this. I got to put them these way. See, they fell out sideways. But I'm thinking that this is the way it's supposed to be. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like his inspired action is that he is manifesting reciprocity No, there was something going on in his finances. 5 and 6 with that 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, I'm hearing there was something going on in his finances, and he's turned it around, or he's going to be inspired to create something different. And that's going to bring you closer to this union card. This is what he wants. He wants, if you haven't been in communication, if you've been feeling like you were ghosted or out in the cold, this is blocked energy. Okay, it's blocked energy with the Two of Cups, divine partnership. But he is moving into the Magician. He has all the tools he needs to turn this around and to balance out his finances or balance out communication. Whatever it is that's been out of balance for you and your masculine, to move toward this union. And he does have the Fool, guys. So you've got the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups in his inspired action. And he's got Magician energy to make it happen. But I feel like for some of you, this divine masculine, if this resonates with you, has had a little bit of trouble around his finances and his home life. And not being honest. Something... But this is like letting it go. This is healing it. It's changing, right? All right, so let's take a look at We're going to clear the energy and take a look at the divine feminine. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. All right, divine feminine. Why is she the King of Wands in her headspace? Why is the King of Wands in her headspace? Why is the King of Wands in her headspace? Well, we have the moon card in reverse. In this deck, it's called I can't talk. Called karma. No, I'm sorry. The shadow side. Shadow side. This is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So she feels stuck. She feels like he's stuck in an old cycle. See, she's raring, man. She's ready to go. She's on mission. She's feeling good. She's wanting new movement. She's done being stuck, you know, but she kind of feels like there's a cycle that needs to close out. Karma there's a lesson here that needs to be learned, and it could be her lesson. I'm not saying it's the masculines, but I think she might be projecting it onto the masculine. But we know that we are divine mirrors, right? So if he's acting it out, it's because you're still holding on to it. So the feminine is she wants him to take action. She wants him to be the visionary leader that she knows he can be. And she wants him to do his shadow work and to clear out the karmic cycles, right? Get rid of the karmic. I'm sorry, guys. I got to say what I'm hearing in my head. It's like she wants him to grow a pair and get rid of the karmic and do his shadow work. And so that's why she's got all this blocked energy with the 9 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and this Strength card. It's like she's resentful. She's a little pissed off or triggered. Maybe not pissed off, but triggered. In her heart space, why is the 9 of Swords here, Spirit? Why is the 9 of Swords in the feminine's heart space? Why is the 9 of Swords in the feminine's heart space? Ooh, Hierophant, the High Priest. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm hearing a lot of you guys must have karmic, relationships going on. It doesn't have to be a marriage or a live-in or another boyfriend or girlfriend. However, it's what it's feeling like to me, because it's almost like I'm hearing the feminine say, why can't he be this visionary leader? Why is it taking him so long to clear out his shadow? Why is the karmic still there? I thought we had a contract. I thought we had a soul contract, and now I'm worried. I'm worried and I'm stressed that maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it's not him. Maybe it's not us. Maybe it's not supposed to be. Maybe the contract isn't with him. Maybe it's with somebody else. It's like you're having doubts. You're having worry and fear and a lack of faith is what I'm hearing in your heart space. Bottom of the deck, though, is the Sun card, guys. I don't know why I looked at it, because I don't normally, but I just felt like it. So why is the 5 of Cups here in her home life? What's going on in the home life? Why is the 5 of Cups here for the feminine's home life? Why is the 5 of Cups here for the feminine's home life? Oh, death. Yeah, so he's got death and she's got death. Both of them in the same exact place. See how you're mirroring each other, guys? Yeah. So, this is an end of an old cycle. For both of you. So there's a clearing happening. This is Saturn's return, I'm just saying. or not return, retrograde. This is, I feel really heavily like Saturn going retrograde. Saturn is the proverbial parent, right? It's the punisher. I hate to put it that way. But Saturn can be very, very generous and can be very, very disciplinary, like a very strong disciplinary, right? So we talked about this when we talked about the full moon, the super moon in Scorpio, that there were going to be things that just had to be ripped right out of your hands. And so the feminine is being triggered to clear out old resentments, something from the past, whether it's with her masculine or, daddy issues, mommy issues, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriends, whatever. There's something from the past that has not been fully, completely healed, and she's been triggered into those old wounds, and they need to be let go, is what I'm hearing. They need to be let go. What is the inspired action of the Strength card for the feminine? Why is the Strength card here for the feminine? Why is the Strength card here for the feminine? Why is the Strength card here for the feminine, Spirit? Why is the Strength card here for the feminine? Three of Wands. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm sorry, girls. Or feminine energies. This is all projected. This is all you resenting him. This is you waiting for him. It's like, I'm tired of waiting. I want to start my life. I'm ready to get all fired up and be a visionary leader. I'm ready to close out the old karmic cycles. I'm tired of worrying about this contract. What's taking him so long? I've been waiting on this shore for a long time. And this is all he's doing. This is what the feminine sees. But I don't believe that's what's happening. I believe that's what was happening, but I don't believe it's what is happening. So let's just take a look at, I just want to ask Spirit, do you have, just show me in the now moment with the energies that are going on between the two right now, what is the most likely energy for the rest of May? What is the rest of May going to look like energetically for divine masculine and divine feminines for the rest of May? Okay, so I've got the bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. Now, normally I would say winner, winner, chicken dinner, but I got the World card in the reverse. There's still cycles that need to be worked out. King of Pentacles. This guy, you feminines are wanting stability, security, commitment. And you're not getting it yet for whatever reason. For the rest of May, there are still some cycles that need to be cleared out. But look, underneath that Six of Wands is the Knight of Cups. So I feel ego here. I feel like somebody's ego's been bruised or hurt, and you both want to win. It's like, I need to win. No, I need to win. No, I need to win. And there's karma. There is a karmic lesson, whether it's for the masculine or for the feminine, separately or together, that needs to be cleared out for this to come into fruition as an actual manifested in the 3D stable, secure commitment. Ooh. Yeah, look at it, revealed this Two of Swords. I'm just here to tell you, all these cards jumped out of my hand, and this is what was left to look at. So a choice needs to be made. I feel like this represents pride, and there's a little bit of a standoff going on right now. But the masculine, I feel like he's working on he's really working with that ace, with the Fool card, the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Wands, Nine of Cups, there's a lot of movement happening on the masculine side, but he's not done. And then the offer can be made because the lessons have been learned. Look at that. And the Lovers, sorry, I can't hold everything. The Lovers and the Fool. I can't hold everything. Anyhow, so there's a theme here, guys. Chariot, Knight of Swords, Star, Moon. Knight of Pentacles, steady progress. So there's movement. There is definite movement coming. It's just going to take a little bit longer, I think, than the month of May. So let's take a look now. I'm going to pick these up. And I want to take a look at, we got the general energies, right? That's the general energy between the divine masculine, divine feminine for the rest of the month of May. Now what I'd like to do is take a look at what does the feminine need to surrender to find the bridge to union, and what does the masculine need to surrender. So let's take a look with the surrender deck. All right, Spirit. Twin flame, sacred soulmates, divine masculine, divine feminine energies. What needs to be surrendered at this time in order to move toward union? What does the masculine and the feminine need to surrender to move toward union? All right. Masculine, please. What does the masculine need to surrender to move toward union? Okay, there's one. I'd like to get 3, please, for each. Ooh. I'm going to put those back. There's too many. What does the masculine need to surrender to move toward union with his feminine? There we go. All right, surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. So, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I've been doing an awful lot of praying since this whole twin flame journey began for me. So maybe the masculine needs to be consulting, allowing spirit a little bit more leeway, right? Because angels can't really do much for us because we have free will unless we ask for divine guidance or intervention. So we have surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Okay, so this is, yeah, it's kind of like allowing, to be more allowing. Pray and be open to receive, right? Effortlessly. Don't work so hard is what I'm hearing. Don't work so hard. Then we have surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship. And that's what we saw in the ending part of the reading with the tarot, is that there's some ego issues that are holding the two of you kind of stagnant. I feel the feminine feels a little resentful about something from her past. Whether it's him or not, it doesn't matter. There's something that needs to be healed in the shadow in order for her to get back to that Empress feeling, right? The Empress didn't show up anywhere in any of this. And so, matter of fact, all of her energy was masculine, right? With the King of Wands and the Strength card. 9 of Swords, you know, definite masculine energy on the feminine side. So, but the masculine needs to surrender his need to be right. I feel like the two of them have had a little bit of an energetic standoff. I don't know if it's over. Well, it's going to be different for everybody. I know in my own personal twin flame journey, it's communication, right? It's like you got to know it's just really hard to constantly give and know that, you know, for me personally, I feel like if I am not the glue that holds the potential for a relationship together, then it feels to me like it just falls apart, right? And so there has been a bit of a standoff. It's like I'm waiting to hear from him. I'm waiting for him to show me that he's willing to swallow his pride and to be a little bit more giving, right? That equal reciprocity. And so being a divine feminine and knowing that spirit told me I was going to be like one of the way showers for the twins, then probably if I'm feeling that way, then most of you could be having similar types of energy blocks between you and your masculine. So there's a bit of a resistance here to admit fault, which really nobody has to admit fault. It's more about making a gesture. It's more about being willing to put in some kind of an effort. And so the feminine's feeling a little fed up, and the masculine is really feeling a little bit I just feel like there's a lot going on in his life right now. And I think he's a little resentful because in the past, the feminine always nurtured him, always, you know, was his cheerleader, his rock, his go-to girl, right? Remember, it's an energy. I can hear it already. People saying, what if it's not a girl? It's energy, guys. Energy. That's all it is. All right, so he needs to surrender to always wanting to be right. What does the feminine need to surrender? Look at that come out pretty damn quick, didn't it? Oh, and she got 4, but it's only one more than I asked for, so I'm going to take it. So we have surrender to inner peace. Yeah, because she had the 9 of Swords, right? In her heart space of all places. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis and quiet meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. See, and it's got that leap of faith energy. It's like feminines just need to find inner peace and give their masculines a little bit of time to work, right? Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. So, you know, those healthy boundaries again. I think that's the whole problem. I think the feminine is finally learning how to set healthy limits, healthy boundaries, and she's going to an extreme, right? She's taking the lesson, and instead of balancing it and integrating it in a healthy way, she's gone to the other end of the spectrum, right? It's like instead of setting healthy limits, she's building sturdy walls. And so she needs to surrender that behavior because energetically you guys are connected. And if the masculine feels that you're angry or resentful, they're going to have blocks when it comes to communicating with you. Bottom of the deck is surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered, hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. That's exactly what didn't happen, is what I'm feeling. And now you're both on the defensive. All right, then we have surrender fear, because remember, the feminine had the 9 of Swords. Let go of the fearful stories you keep telling yourself. Stay in the moment, focus on solutions, and celebrate every baby step forward. You guys have come so far in this journey, and that's why you're feeling restless. It's why you're feeling angst, right? And it's retrograde season. So everything is going to reflect the past. We're going to have to close out old karmic cycles, old contracts, old lessons. All of that stuff needs to be cleared. Then we have surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break, spend time in nature, replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. You're being told, feminines, to find your balance again, to get out in nature, to take care of yourself, take care of your body. Remember, the moment you quit paying attention to what he's doing is when you release him to do what he needs to do, is what I'm hearing. All right, so I want to take a look at what deck do I want to use next. I'm going to use this Messages of Love Oracle deck by All Things Intuitive. Okay, so we're going to clear it. All right, Spirit. 3 shuffles for Divine Masculine. What messages do you have for Divine Masculine? Messages for or from Divine Masculine. Ooh, I can feel the stubbornness. Jeez. Messages for the Divine Masculine. For or from the Divine Masculine. There we go. Look at that. You couldn't get him to talk, and now he's going to blurt it all over everything. All right, so we have vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. See, Spirit's saying that the masculine hasn't been as vulnerable as he could be. That he needs to put his guard down too, you know, but I'm really feeling like he's been going through a lot, and being vulnerable is not easy for him at this time because there's a lot happening in his world. We have regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. See, the masculine is feeling regretful. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time, and probably has, quite frankly. Many, 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 many lifetimes, right? Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. I feel like this is for the feminine, because the masculine is slow as molasses in January, right? He has been showing up in readings as that Knight of Pentacles forever. All right, but he's telling you that he needs you to go slow. He needs to do this right, is what I'm hearing. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. And that's the truth, right? Nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you. It's all a lesson. Bottom of the deck, past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. That's beautiful. All right, so now we're going to clear the deck and shuffle 3 times for the feminine. 1, 2, 3. All right, what do you have on the feminine side, Spirit? What do we need to know on the feminine side? What do we need to know on the feminine side? All right, we've got denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. See, because you're stuck in that 5 of Cups energy. You're looking at your triggers. You're looking at the past. The past, I'm telling you guys, it took me a long time to learn this. But who my divine masculine was in the past is not who he is today. Does he have some of the old behaviors? Possibly. Possibly. But if you're truly twin flames, and I believe you are, or you wouldn't be here, then you've got to stop denying the truth. And the feminines, I feel like you're confused. I feel like you're asking, is this really my divine masculine? Is this really for me? Is this real? Is this this? Is this that? It's like you're questioning, you've lost your faith. And you're in denial. So when you detach with love, detach from the masculine, pull your energy, not pull your love, all right? I heard somebody, I don't remember what reader it was, say to care, not carry. And that stuck with me. That's my new mantra. You can care, but you don't carry, right? Other people have to take their own, they have to take care of their own energy. They have to be in control of their own energy. And so I feel like the feminine is rushing the masculine, and she's got clouded vision because she has lowered her vibration into one of doubt. And we have fate. This is a destined partnership, guys. As if you didn't already know that. Spirit has to tell you, though, right? Trust. Detach. With love, not resentment, not anger, not resentment. I keep hearing resentment, right? This is a destined partnership. It's fated. Why are you working so hard? Why don't you work on you? Let him work on him. And when it's meant to be, it'll be. It's been the same message I've been getting forever. And yet I am just as susceptible to fall into this energy and have and am. And so, that's why I can teach you, because I can only teach through my own experiences. So then we have retreat. Time alone or in nature will help you recharge, because you're just all up in the energy. You need pull back those tendons, and work on you. Give him a little room, a little working space. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. It's on its way, guys. You saw it. You saw it. He's dropping the 10 of Wands. He's getting rid of old behaviors of the 7 of Swords. He wants to communicate. He wants a new beginning. He wants wish fulfillment. And we had that Knight of Cups. That's probably the apology. So now we're going to take a look at, I'm going to put these away because I hear my phone ringing. I got to go get my son here in a few minutes. So we're going to try to wrap this up. All right. I made these cards today. And so I don't want to use these little ones. I want to use the bigger ones. Okay, so I'm going to mix these up. Whatever falls out onto the table is what we're going to take a look at. Nope, Spirit says nope. Can't do it that way. I'm going to reach in because they're all different sizes. I went to the dollar store and I wanted cards and they didn't have any. I found these little weird shaped conversation things. So I'm just going to pull them out. So there's one for the masculine, one for the feminine, one for the masculine, one for the feminine, one for the masculine, one for the feminine. I think I'm going to leave it there. Masculine, we have soulmate card. Have you moved on? I can't feel your energy. Which is funny because she's actually energetically all up in his grill. However, because she's got blocks, she's energetically resentful. She's closed off. She's not talking to him in the 5D. She's not talking to him in the 3D. She's not sending him love and accolades and, he can't feel you. He wants to know, have you moved on? He can't feel your energy. All right, and then so we're going to go back and forth like a conversation. Spirit card, why are you clinging to the outcome? Don't you trust us? Come on, feminines. That doesn't even need explaining. If you don't know what that means, then you've got a lot of work to do. All right, so then we've got for the masculine, Spirit card, your soul needs today. Music, sunshine, laughter, movement, joy. So Spirit is telling him he needs to raise his vibration. The two of you need to raise your vibration. If you don't, then, you're going to do the chaser thing or the runner thing or maybe just the stagnation, not doing anything thing. And look at, so we have Spirit cards and soulmate cards. I made these myself just for fun. So we have another Spirit card for the feminine. It says, this day is your day. Call back your energy. Focus on your own joy and happiness. So, you got to quit clinging to the outcome and you got to surrender and focus on your own joy and happiness. All right, masculine, soulmate card. It's always been you. See, feminines? You got to give them a little wiggle room. Soulmate card, divine feminines. Heartbroken. I don't know what I can tell us because I've been feeling a little heartbroken myself. And when we block ourselves, when we get resentful and we shut down our energy and shut down communication, it just becomes hard to find that alignment, right? Because being vibrational beings, the only way we can manifest our twin flame union is we have to be in alignment. We have to vibe at the same rate. And both of us, masculine and feminine, is really having a hard time with that right now. So what's going to change? What's changing in love for the masculine? 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 Hold on, guys. I gotta go get it. Oh, what's changing in love? So he's realizing, he's awakening, girls. He's awakening. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. I think he's always kind of known that, but I don't think he had a spiritual viewpoint. I don't think he understood what a soulmate really was, right? And I don't think he understands why he feels so compelled to be with you, right? Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This whole reading has had retreat, pull back, because what's happening is that, you're not in alignment. And if you don't pull back, retreat, regroup, reground, reassess, then you're going to end up having trouble, right? All right, now let's take a look at the feminine. What's changing in love for the feminine with her masculine? What's changing? What needs to change? What's happening? Whatever you want to tell us, Spirit. Feminine in love. 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 Feminine. There we go. All right, so we have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Why? Because you've been manifesting the same kind of behaviors over and over. When we have shadow work, when we have brokenness, when we have things inside of us that we don't even know is running in the background, belief systems around who we are, what we're worthy of, what people think of us, what we think of ourselves, then, it's like... We have this thing where we attract that same lesson over and over and over again. So we become heavily like we have a type, right? What type of guy do you usually attract? Not what type of guy do you want, but what type of guy do you attract or girl do you attract? But on this side, it's the feminine. So it's like... Well, I usually attract the bad boys. I usually attract the ones that are emotionally unavailable or the ones that, are broken and I have to fix them because I'm an empath, right? So this is saying keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations because they've done a lot of work. And you've done a lot of work. And because of the hard work that you're doing on your shadow work and your inside, that type is not going to be where you vibrate at anymore. Your vibration is going to change. And so whoever comes into your field, which of course we know to be the divine masculine, is not going to show up the way they've always showed up. Then we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And divine feminine, it's on your side. So I'm just here to tell you that you need to take a closer look at your own energy. And what stories are you telling yourself about your masculine that's just not true? It's just not true. They're not that way anymore. Keep an open mind, right? Quit lying to yourself. Quit telling yourself, well, he's a loser, or he's weak, or he doesn't love me, or he never loved me, he's never chosen me. He, right? So you need to take your own mask off. And the funny thing is that You got an angel there helping you untie the mask. So be prepared for that too. Spirit's going to show you exactly what you need to see, exactly where you're lying to yourself. And then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Did I not tell you I felt that at the beginning of the reading? Bottom of the deck, pay attention to the red flags. See, this is what I think. And, I could be wrong. I'm on the same journey you are. So sometimes, my ego likes to peek its little way into the reading. But I gave a private reading to a friend earlier. And I talked to her about, we're different. We're different. We're not the same beings that we used to be. And in the past, I aligned myself with some relationships, soulmates, but karmic soulmates, because I settled. I was lonely and broken and unwilling to look at my part in it. And so I settled. And when you settle, you can have a beautiful karmic relationship for years, right? Years. Mine was 21. Well, 20-ish. And I couldn't see the red flags. Or maybe I could, because I do remember seeing some red flags when I got engaged to my ex-husband. Red flags around money and around communication and honesty. And so I settled. And I was very happy for a while. I really was. So settling, it's not a bad thing. It's about learning. It's a lesson. That's why it's karmic, right? So I was telling her when I gave her a reading, trust yourself. Because you've changed. You've done a lot of inner work, and you're going to recognize those red flags where before you couldn't. And so if you get out there and you date or whether you're waiting for your masculine, because I've been talking to some feminines that have kind of thrown in the towel for now, not forever, for now, because they just don't feel that the masculine is ready, and they're lonely, they're bored, they're, secluded. So they joined dating sites, or they found a new boyfriend, they moved him in. There's a lot of that going on. And Spirit's saying, well, that's fine. That's fine. Because nothing is right. Nothing is wrong. Everything is a lesson. So if you need to repeat some more lessons, then go ahead. But pay attention to the red flags, because the difference between a couple of months of not being in alignment with your true self, with that deception card, is much better than 20 years. Pay attention to the red flags, because now you can see them. Now you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, right? And then under that is, I got to show these because they're peeking at me. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I think that's for both of you. And forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. 5 of Cups energy, right? Forgive. Forget. Not forget. Forgive. Pay attention to the red flags, because I feel like you're projecting. I just have to say it. I feel like you're projecting. All right. Last message is going to be the wisdom of the Oracle deck for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. And I swear to whatever there is to swear to. If I look at this video and there's no audio on it, I'm going to just have a real long, long, long cry. Just saying. All right, Spirit. Okay, thank you. Clear the energy. All right, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. For the rest of the month of May, what words of wisdom do you have, Spirit, for the Divine Masculine? Let's do Masculine first. What divine wisdom of the Oracle do you have for the Masculine for the rest of the month of May? Rest of the month of May. Treasure Island. Boo, boo, boo. But he's a turtle, man. Slow and steady wins the race. And the treasure is right on his back. It's like it's been within him all along. It's a 9. It's a spirit number, too. It's the number of divinity, right? Treasure Island. Everything you've ever wanted external to yourself, you got to find internally first. One more for the masculine, please. One more for the masculine. Thank you. We have breathe. Breathe. Yeah, because I feel like they've been going through a lot of shit. Bottom of the deck, the fates, guys. The fates. This is fated. It's fated. It's fated. All right, let's just take a look. Divine Feminine. What wisdom does the Oracle have for Divine Feminine? Hold on. I'm going to put those back because I'm not sure I had control of the deck. Divine Feminine energy for the rest of May. What Oracle messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for the rest of May? Bottom of the deck, community. See, you're supposed to be on mission is what I'm hearing. You're supposed to be on mission. Not the mission that the two of you are going to have together, but the mission that you are supposed to be building in preparation of union. And you got to quit asking why. Why? Whether you're throwing cards all the time, or you're watching YouTube videos, or you're just stuck in stagnation and you've lost your faith and you're just wondering why. 431 breaks down to a 4, which is about foundations, right? It's like, why? Why? And then we have the observer. So you might be watching 9, 10, 13. It's a number 4 too. Yeah, you guys need to build a better foundation. You need to be working on your foundation. All right, and this is a new moon in this, and we do have a new moon coming up on May 22nd. And so Spirit's wanting you to I just feel like something's going to happen around the new moon, and Spirit's telling you to keep an eye open. Be prepared, keep an eye open. Watch and see. Watch and see is what I'm hearing. Then we have round and round, because yes, this is a cycle that needs to be broken. This is a healing that needs to happen with this 5 of Cups and 9 of Sword energy. So there's still karma that you need to learn as well, because I feel like you project it all onto your masculine, and Spirit's saying maybe you need to pay attention to the red flags and look at your own mess, your own deception, the stories you're telling yourself. Keep an open mind. Why are you clinging to the outcome? Don't you trust us? This day is your day. Call back your energy. Focus on your own joy and happiness, and then heartbroken. And it's funny because he had the 3 of Swords. So you're both feeling heartbroken because you're not communicating is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you both have been triggered, whether you triggered each other or somebody else triggered you. It doesn't matter. As long as you have triggers, you still have shadow work to do. And so I don't think I used this deck. So let's see if we can get a timing with this deck. Okay? Let's see if we can get a timing. I'm running late by the looks of it. Timing for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Can you give us any idea on the timing that this energy block will be cleared? I'm not talking about union at the moment. I want to know timing on this energy resolution, this feeling of resentment. When will this come to resolution, Spirit? When will this come to resolution? Ooh, ooh, ooh. We have a year from now. This can change. I don't like that. Let's just clarify. Yeah, a year from now. So it could be a year from now. I mean, we're already halfway through this year. It could be in 2021. You know, but I'm not talking about union, Spirit. I'm talking about resolving the resentment, this stagnation, this standoff, this non-communication. When is this going to end? We have success, remain positive, Perfect timing. All right, so Spirit's not going to tell you, and you want to know why? I'm hearing it very clearly. Because if you stay in the energy you're in right now, if you don't work on this, if you don't dive deep, if you don't look at all of your bad memories around every bad thing that's ever happened to you, and forgive people, forgive yourself, move out of the old energy of the Five of Cups, move back into faith, it could take up to a year for you to come back into alignment, right? But if you remain positive, then perfect timing is going to come along, and that can change. Look, bottom of the deck within the next few weeks. So it's up to you. Do you want to raise your vibration and come out of this standoff within a couple of weeks, or would you rather wait for a whole year? Because, it can take that long. If you refuse to reach out and they refuse to reach out, and you refuse to heal and they refuse to heal, and you refuse to, give him an inch, and it's tit for tat right now, and it's just not good energy, guys. So we all, and I mean me too, we all need to do some work around that, and we need to find a way to forgive each other, right? To forgive and to find balance is what I'm hearing. Find balance. Trust your intuition. You'll know what to do when you move out of fear and worry and stress and believing that everything is always going to stay the same, that nobody changes, nobody grows, nobody, gets better. If that's your belief system, that's what you're going to get more of. So I just love you guys so much, and I need to go do some work on my shadow work because this totally resonated with me. So if it resonates with you, then leave a message in the comment section below. Make sure if you want a private reading and you need help to navigate this for your own personal sanity, because I've reached out and gotten a few readings lately, and they were good. So I think what we tell ourselves is far, far different than what's really going on behind the scenes. So if you would like a real look at what's going on behind the scenes in your twin flame journey, then reach out. I would just love to help you with that. Because every time I give one of you guys a private reading, I learn something new. And we're helping each other on this pathway, right? So I love you. Namaste. And I will see you next month for the twin flame update.